Another clutch shot by Ohio State, this time LaQuinton Ross, and they move on to the regional final. They will face Wichita State with a chance to go to the Final Four. Welcome into the Sporting News Studios. I'm Tom Vandervoort. As we look at each and every game of this year's NCAA tournament, thanks to UPS and the UPS Team Performance Index. Joining me now on the phone, Mike DeCourcy. So, Mike, let's talk about Ohio State. Big shot at the end of the game. How does that carry them forward now into this game against Wichita State?
I think they need to play better basketball this time. They have a chance to play again to get to the Final Four. They've been there twice previously under Thad Matta. This would be the third since 2007. That'd be quite an achievement. I think they're going to have to play better than they did against Arizona. They got behind early against Arizona. Really didn't get in the game until late first half, early second. I don't think they want to give Wichita State that kind of confidence. Wichita State played a terrific Sweet 16 game against LaSalle, but LaSalle was a limited kind of a one-trick pony kind of team and really really set up perfectly for Wichita State to take away what they do well, which is drive the basketball, kick it out for threes. They weren't able to get any offensive flow against Wichita State at all. Wichita did a great job of walling off the lane, making it hard to get past, and then kick it back out. LaSalle still was able to shoot 38.9% from three. Not bad at all, but they weren't able to get the number and quality of attempts that they wanted, and they really weren't able to get anything else done other than shooting a decent percentage from three. They were probably going to have to make twice that many threes in order to get a win, and they weren't able to get them off. They weren't able to get into their offense and get open looks. I think what we're going to see from Ohio State is a much more determined effort to get the ball inside, get it to the rim, and try to score that way. That's Deshaun Thomas does that well. Aaron Kraft does that well. Certainly Sam Thompson likes to drive it when he can. So I think we'll see them a little bit more determined to try to get to the baseline that way. I think they have a chance to do a little bit better with that, but they have to watch out. Carl Hall really was a strong presence against LaSalle, and even though Ohio State is the Big Ten team, the team that you would think would be the power team, I'm not sure they're stronger than Wichita. Hall is a great example of that. 6'8", 238. He's a big guy. He plays powerfully. And I think that Ohio State's going to have a tough time with him.
Yeah, it's interesting. Wichita State certainly was a physical force in their game against LaSalle. And if I look down at my UPS Team Performance Index numbers, Ohio State kind of has a slight advantage in most categories, except for rebounding, which really jumps out at you as Wichita State having a big advantage there. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Now, of course, you have to remember Wichita's rebounding against Missouri Valley teams all year, and Ohio State's rebounding against Big Ten teams, which there's significant difference in size and muscle there. But Ohio State is really, from a physical standpoint, about as big as a Valley team. I mean, when they take out Amir Williams, who, by the way, played very well tonight, about as well as Amir Williams has played all year. When they take Amir out, they go down to 6'8". They finish the game, again, with Deshaun Thomas playing center, essentially, at 6'7". So they have played small a lot in the tournament. They did that tonight. They did that going back in the Iowa State game. They played it a ton because of the way Iowa State played. I don't think they can afford to do that in this game. I think they have to be a big team. I think they have to get another game from Amir Williams like they did tonight, and that'll help them a lot against the Shockers. And
who do you see going through when you look at this matchup at the end of the day?
Well, I picked Ohio State when we got our brackets, and since I've already lost one Final Four team now in Indiana, I don't want to be responsible for losing another. I think Ohio State is playing really well right now. I would not be at all shocked. Sorry for the pun. If the Shockers were to move on, they're playing terrific basketball, and certainly they're not going to be overwhelmed physically, even though, again, Ohio State is the Big Ten team. Wichita State's not going to be overwhelmed physically, but I think that Ohio State's in the right spot now to get to the Final Four. It should be a very close game. I would expect a line that would be inside of one possession, and I would expect a game that would be very close to what the line says.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and Ohio State's certainly been making some clutch plays at the end of the last couple of games. Listen, Mike, thank you so much for your time, and obviously we'll be talking more to you, so we'll talk to you soon.